Hello, this is Rav Tamazone. So I thought I would go ahead and do a review on the newest Tamagotchi that's going to be coming out this summer. It is called the Wonder Garden. Bandai was kind enough to send me this ahead of time, and I wanted to just go ahead and do a review. Now this is up for pre-order at the moment on Amazon, and they have it listed at being released on July 26th. And the price of it, I believe, is $59.99, just like the previous on that was sold. A little bit about this. We first saw this when a picture sort of got leaked from the toy fair at New York. At the time, it was like a bit of a blurry picture, not very clear, but a lot of speculation started happening. Everybody started thinking, oh, is this our English version of the Tamagotchi Meets Fantasy, which had come out last year in Japan? So the answer to that is yes and no. Now that we know a bit more about it from the official announcement by Bandai a couple of days ago, it has elements of the Fantasy Meets for sure, but sadly it's a bit watered down. It's been met with some mixed reactions. Some people are happy that we're still getting a new color model that's in English, and the fact that Tamagotchi is still being released in the West to begin with. And some people are upset because they wanted a direct translation of the Tamagotchi Fantasy Meets here in the US. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into what has been omitted and what it does have, and what my thoughts on it are going to be. First of all, let's go ahead and have a look at the packaging. The packaging looks very similar to the original on. It's still a huge bulky packaging. I'm not sure the exact reason for why the packaging is so large, but I personally prefer the smaller Japanese packaging, but you know, it doesn't really matter that much. The artwork on it is slightly different. There's slightly different characters. Here's one of the new characters that's going to be in it. And this one also has a brand new shell design. So that's, I think, one of the most attractive qualities about the new ones that are going to be coming out. There's going to be two shell colors. I have the purple one here, and there's also going to be this turquoise one as well. The design on the front faceplate is different than the Japanese ones. Here are the Japanese ones for comparison. Both are equally beautiful in their own ways, I think. But if I had to choose one, I think I prefer the new one that's coming out. I'm not sure why, but this one looks just somehow more elegant, more beautiful to me. So it'll be totally up to you, of course. The side of the box, and the back, and the other side. So yeah, let me go ahead and grab my X-Acto knife, and we can go ahead and get into the box. Just a single piece of tape right here. And as always, there is no batteries or anything. It's just the Tamagotchi itself plus the user guide. Alrighty. Now here is the shell. As you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. I love this new custom design that they've done for the US. I really appreciate that they gave us something different. And I absolutely love this purple shell, but the faceplate is absolutely stunning. There is a gradient color going from a dark lavender over to a turquoise up top. The bow is in shades of emerald, and there are the Alice in Wonderland themed playing cards on the sides, as well as the rose gardens of the Queen of Hearts. So it is magnificent. So let me put this aside for a second and we can have a look at the guide. So it looks like it's available in more than just English. And yes, it's fully in English, and it has very thorough instructions on how to operate it. So I always appreciate that. So yeah, let me put this aside. Let me grab my screwdriver and open up the bag to pop in some batteries. And there it is. So let's go ahead and enter the date. And there is the egg. It is in a beautiful room. It is the same as it was in the Fantasy Meets. So a little bit about the Fantasy Meets. The Fantasy Meets came out last year, and it was supposed to be like a fairy tale themed Tama. It had 3 new locations and 6 new characters. So one of the first locations was the Princess Palace, which can be seen right here. And the Princess Palace had 2 new characters. And then the next one was the Arabian Night. And this one was my personal favorite because I loved Aladdin when I was growing up. So this was really, really cool. And Kuchipachi looks incredible as one of the characters here. Oh, hang on, we're hatching. Let's see if we're gonna get a boy or a girl. And we got a little girl. Absolutely adorable. Okay, and the third location was what this one is based off of. It was called Wonderland. And of course, it is based on Alice in Wonderland. Now, this one also has 2 characters. Here is a look at all the characters. The Princess Palace has Prince Mamechi and Lovely Princess. Of course, not available in this one. Arabian Night location has Mellow Arabian and Lamp Pachi. I love Lamp Pachi. The way Kuchipachi looks like a genie here is brilliant. And this is the one that is in this particular version. Wonderland has Yumemi Alice and Kirari Hatter. Now, if you are a big fan of Alice in Wonderland, this is going to be the perfect Tama for you. Now, some people have wondered whether Bandai America is planning to perhaps release 2 more versions for the other 2 locations, or maybe this is it. I am not sure. I did ask Bandai about that, but they didn't have an answer for me. So perhaps time will tell whether Bandai America will release 2 more with the other 2 locations, or perhaps this is it. I am not certain. So basically this is gonna be the same exact thing as the Tamagotchi On. If you got one of the fairy or the magic one, this is it. If you don't want to get one and you want to get one of the other ons, whether the magic or the fairy, that is perfectly fine. Remember, the app is going to be working for all of them, including this one. So if you marry someone through the app and you want a specific gene, that's still going to be possible with your magic or your fairy ones. But personally, I love the look of this design. If for nothing else, I think I would have even still picked this up for the beautiful, beautiful design that they've done for this. My hat is off to Bandai on that front. I'm personally a little disappointed that the other 2 locations are not here and the other characters, because as I said, I had fallen in love with the Lampachi character in the Arabian Night location in the Fantasy Meets. But perhaps if Bandai does release more for the other ones to include the 2 other locations, maybe that'll be cool too. I don't know. Personally, I am just happy that Tamagotchi is back in the West after a while in color models, and the fact that it's still happening here in the West is what's important to me. So I'm personally happy with whatever we got. Could it have been better? Yes, absolutely, it could have been better. Do I agree that it's a good thing that they left some of the locations out? No, I think it's sad and disappointing in a way, but also I'm not gonna complain too much about it, because as I said, I'm just happy that we're getting any at all. Could be that we had no English ones at all, so I'm personally happy with that, and I hope they will release more, perhaps with the missing locations as well. So in this one, the locations for the other ones from the regular on are going to be the same, and the only extra location is going to be Wonderland. As soon as my little one is an adult, I will continue this video from there, because you have to go outside as an adult for Wonderland to unlock. So until then, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video from here, and we will see more then. Okay, so it's been a couple of days, and she finally became an adult, evolved into Lovelychi. So first thing I'm gonna do is, now that she's an adult, I'm gonna step outside into the yard, and as soon as she steps outside, Wonderland should unlock.
The next day.
Well, looks like we do not know how Wonder Garden gets unlocked. I had assumed that it would be the same as it was in the Fantasy Meets, but apparently not. Normally, as soon as you become an adult and you step out into the backyard, as long as it's a clear day, it should unlock. But no matter how many times I've tried, as you guys saw, it did not do so. So it must mean that Bandai changed it the way it's done in here. So I'm not sure how it's done. I guess that's gonna have to be something to discover down the line. My theory is so far that it must be something that unlocks in the second or third generation perhaps. So I'm gonna keep trying with the more I play with it, and as soon as I figure it out, I will make another video or post about it on Instagram. In the meanwhile, as a last thing, let me go ahead and show the games. So there are gonna be 2 new games, and they are the same as they are in Fantasy Meets. So there's the library game and there's the dressmaker game. In the library game, you go over to the library of the Otogichi siblings, and Otogichi hands you books, and you have to count and subtract how many books you're given or returned. I think it's 5 so far. 6. 2 are returned, so 4. 2 more, so 2. So it should be 2. And Otogichi is from the anime, I believe, when he first appeared. They run this magic library, and it is actually through like one of the books in his library that you go to these fantasy locations. His name shouldn't be mixed up with Otokichi. His name is Otogichi with a G, and I think it comes from the Japanese word otogi, which means fairy tale, so it makes perfect sense. And the next one after that is the dressmaker. And you just try to fill up the bar by pressing A as fast as you can. Beautiful. So yeah, that's about it. As I said, as soon as I am able to figure out how this location is unlocked, I will most likely make another short video, or as I said, perhaps post about it on my Instagram, but one way or the other, I'll let you guys know. Thank you for watching. Au revoir.